Hello, everyone, and welcome to the live stream, the China Admissions weekly live stream that we have. We are live on both YouTube and on Instagram. And don't worry, you will be able to watch this later on if you're unable to watch this right now. So it'll be saved on both our China Admissions YouTube channel and also on our Instagram as well. So you can rewatch this whenever you need to. So today's topic is going to go over the deadlines that are coming up. So we are really in the peak season of our application period, and a lot of the deadlines are coming up or have just passed. So we're going to go over the applications, the deadlines that have just passed, and then also the universities that have deadlines very, very near. So we're going to go over that. And if you have any questions regarding those specific universities, you can ask that. We're not going to go over really any other topics like scholarships and stuff like that. We have plenty of other live streams where we have gone over these. So this is only going to be about the deadlines coming up. So let's go over the deadlines, the major deadlines. So the major deadline that just passed was the end of May. So May 30th, May 31st, and then June 1st. There were a lot of universities that had application deadlines then. So some of the universities that their deadlines have just passed is Hong Kong Metropolitan University, Shantou University Medical College, and Shandong University, as well as Zhejiang University, which the deadline is today. And then some deadlines that are coming up. June 15th, which is our next big deadline, is Asia Europe Business School, Beijing Foreign Studies University, Beijing Institute of Technology, Donghua University, and Shanghai University of Traditional Chinese Medicine. And then another big deadline we have coming up is June 30th, with a lot of universities having a deadline then, which is UIC, Beijing Normal University, Hong Kong Baptist University, United International College, or many people just call it United International College, Dalian Medical University, Harbin Institute of Technology, Huazhong University of Science and Technology, HUST, Harbin Institute, Nanjing Medical University, Ningbo University, Shanghai University, Tianjin University, UIBE, or the University of International Business and Economics, Wuhan University of Technology, Xi'an Jiaotong University, Xi'an Jiaotong Liverpool University, and University of Nottingham, Ningbo, China. So those are the big deadlines that are coming up. And then we have a couple of deadlines that are also in July. And then July 30th, they are basically, after that, there are not really any more applications that will be open for the September intake. So then the applications will open for the March intake of 2024. So just keep in mind that if you're still planning on applying, many of the deadlines will pass within this month. And also please keep in mind that we do not accept any applications that come in within 10 days of the application deadline. So if the deadline is June 15th, then after June 5th, you will no longer be able to submit that application. That's because we have a large influx of applications coming through, and we need to be able to get all the applications in on time. So if it comes in at the very last minute, unfortunately, we will recommend that if you want to apply to that specific university, you can apply directly in order to save some time. Or we would recommend that you apply to university with a later deadline. And then, for example, if you're applying to a university that their deadline is June 30th, then after June 20th, you will no longer be able to apply on our website. So just keep in mind that we will not really be making exceptions for that because of it is the peak season. And also just keep in mind that when you submit your application, please make sure that all your documents are ready, or your documents are about to all be sent in and submitted correctly. Because if your documents are not fully uploaded, like if you're missing some documents, we cannot submit your application. If the university requires you to have, let's say, 2 recommendation letters and you only have 1 recommendation letter, then we might not be able to submit your application because you need to physically add the details of the professor that is giving you the recommendation. So if you don't have that, your application is incomplete and we cannot submit it. So just keep that in mind, that if you're missing some documents like a medical examination form or a non-criminal certificate, and you don't have that, that there's not a lot of universities that can make an exception and accept your application without those documents. So please, please, please make sure you have all your documents ready, and keep in mind that in your country, some documents might take a while to get. For example, I come from South Africa, so if I want to get a non-criminal certificate or a police clearance, then I need to plan 3 weeks ahead, because it's going to take me 3 weeks to get that certificate. And if your deadline is within a month, then that's going to be a bit of an issue. So don't wait until the last minute to start applying for these things, because it might take a while to actually get them. So just keep that in mind. Um, so how we have just, I'm just going to go over quickly very shortly, the application process. So you will go onto China Admissions and you will search the program that you want to apply for. Check the deadline to make sure that it is there's more than 10 days and that you have all your documents ready. We have all the information on our website, so you'll be able to find it there very easily. Then you click the apply button. It's going to ask you to create an application ID for China Admissions, and then you will need to add all of your information onto your application. So that's the information we use to submit. So for example, your email, where you went to school, the dates that you graduated, those kind of things. So that's all going to be in there. And then also you need to upload all of your documents. Then you need to pay the application fee, and please send us a copy of your receipt, so that we can process the payment and start reviewing your documents. We will let you know if there's an issue with your documents, and send you an email telling you how to correct them. And then once everything is correct, we will send you an email asking you to create or to register on the university website. The reason we do this is because that way you will have access, you will have the login to the university website. Then you send us your username and your password, and then we start adding all of your documents on there. So we do all that work for you. We do ask you to just check it, just to see if everything's okay and if you agree with everything that has been put there, and then you can submit it. We also do this because that gives full transparency. You'll be able to see the whole process yourself as well. And if you have if there are any updates from the university, you'll be able to receive it as well as us. So that means that you will have full transparency in the application process. There are a couple of different universities that have some differences, where some universities they don't use an online portal. They just use an email that you send the application documents to, which we will do that. But the majority of them, we will ask you to create or register on the university portal. If you're struggling to register, just let us know so we can help you out. If you have been accepted by the university, then they will send you they will physically mail the JW202 and the acceptance letter to your mailing address, and you will use that to then apply at the Chinese embassy. The application for the Chinese visa is not very difficult. It's not going to take very long, and it's not expensive. So that should be quite easy. And just keep in mind that you can't apply if your course starts in September, you can't go much earlier than that. You can't go a full month before. Usually they allow for students to go a couple of days before. So then you are on campus and you can register at the university, and then they will help you to change your visa to a residence permit for students. So that is generally how it works. Okay, so another question is, how long does the application review process usually take for the university? So this really depends, but because a lot of the deadlines are coming up and people need to get their visas, so the universities are checking the applications quite soon. So they will be able to let you know quite soon. So it should take a couple of weeks. If it's just after the deadline, then it should be about a week or 2 weeks, and then you should know. Okay. So that is it for today. Thank you guys for joining. If any of you have joined a bit late, we went over the We went over the deadlines that are coming up. So just be sure to keep that in mind, and that we can't accept any applications that come in last minute or within 10 days of the deadline. So just keep that in mind, since we have a lot of applications that have a deadline June 15th and June 30th. So within this month, if you want to apply, please get all your documents ready and apply as soon as possible. Thank you guys so much for joining today's live stream. And if you are interested in any of our other live streams where we have gone over the Chinese language programs or scholarships, please check on the Instagram or on the YouTube channel, and you'll be able to find it there. Thank you very much for joining.